An opening, and a cube's just laying there. I will dash pretending to dodge his disc, whilst actually going for the cube. However, I know that he knows I'm going for it. But he knows I know this, and therefore, he will try to cube launch me but fail. I'll flick the ungrounded cube and straight it into him for extra range. Wait, since I didn't get cube launched, he'll straight his own cube and get pushback protection, setting him up perfectly for the counter with hold strupper cut. What a cruel mistress a backfiring rubber band can be. Think, shooters, think! I'm running out of time. That's it. I'll just do the exact same the instant after he thinks he's won. Oh no. How could I miss? Of course, he pushed himself away further with a strupper cut. And now he's gonna do another strupper cut. Only for me to stop. Cancelling all momentum. Now it is my strupper cut that will win.
Oh, you won that round.
That was 1 cube, 2 damage, 3 seconds, and 16 inputs. Or in other words, 10% of a single round in Rumble. It's been 8 months since I did that unfortunate emergent gameplay video that blew up, but things have gotten emergent since then. That video covered ranged gameplay, but the skill ceiling of close quarter combat has gone crazy. Even if sometimes it looks like we're just flailing our hands around. I didn't even know who had that. I was like... I have a philosophical question for you. Hits that are inescapable are said to be guaranteed to hit.
Hi.
In fighting games, guaranteed hits are rare and situational. However, if your opponent does not know the escape route, will that not make every attack guaranteed?
Damn! You throw in such force, dude.
No. Not again. No.
Oh no. The flick is too good.
And if that is the case, what is to stop you from being trapped in a perpetual true combo of your own ignorance? Knowledge, that's what. If you don't know how to react in close quarters combat, it will be devastating.
Nope.
Wait, is that an early clip of Yeet Master?
Oh no, you got the
Oh,
flick.
what a time.
No.
This must have been, what, a month in for him?
Uh-huh.
That feels like forever ago. When you start in Rumble, you will need to practice. A lot. Versing the robot Howard. Oh look, a new speedrunning record. Okay, well, maybe not, that was super slow. But the point is, Howard only knows summons and hit modifiers and can't stomp, flick, or parry. Therefore, the complexity of close quarter combat can only be learned through repeated failure against an opponent. And when you face that opponent, your first instinct will be to run.
Uh-oh.
God damn.
And then keep running and panic. Never run, as Yeet Master quickly learned.
Oh no!
Your second instinct is to
beats
hide.
nothing, apparently.
Never hide.
I thought I dodged that.
You did duck it. And especially hiding behind those useless structures which Flick can get behind. What does it feel like defending against Flick coming down?
It's very hard to describe, but
Ah, holy shit.
it fills you with an overwhelming sense of dread.
Where are you?
You might be thinking, why don't I just make the wall taller by kicking it? You would also be mistaken.
Oh, nice.
One thing you should do is face the opponent head on and try and steal your opponent's Flick.
Did I steal your flick?
Who has it? My flail. I flailed your flail.
And that brings us to inescapable earthbending truth number 1. Those who flee from a rock slide are likely to be buried. Those who face the mountain falling head on
That's so weird.
will survive. At least for a little bit longer.
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, and he's got
That
Surge
was
now.
amazing.
If you flick a flick, it's a steal. But if, like
Yeah.
yeet, something switches in your brain and you decide to rush in and hold someone's flick for the first time,
Wait, we both have it.
you'll
Oh,
learn a valuable lesson.
Yeah, but I can't let go. Dang.
Apparently I can.
And ever since that very clip, Yeet never ran or hit again.
Oh no.
This happens because you can't let go of flick, but you can break out of a hold. Have you ever seen that clip of the woman and the watermelon?
Right in the kisser. Are you okay? I can feel my face.
You can easily protect yourself though, by just summoning a wall in front of the slingshotted wall. However, when someone grabs a giant boulder, there is really not much you can do.
No, no, no. No, 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 no. All I can do is wait. Oh.
Well, there is something you can do. If you can get far enough away and stretch the flick tether too far, it'll cause plastic or is elastic?
Excessive, the spring will get
I mean, that's
permanently
just kind of
deformed.
confusing.
This
Why
type
wouldn't
of
it be the
deformation
opposite?
is plastic
Anyway.
deformation.
You stretch the tether, it won't break, but it will permanently deform the flick tether.
That's so weird. It's
Wait,
still,
this is stuck?
it's still attached to me.
Oh, fuck, you still got me.
What you will break, though, is your opponent if you hit them. We don't know why this happens, but believe me, some of the top Rumble scientists are working on application and weaponization of the phenomenon.
I'm actually crying.
For example, the Terraleon,
Let me wipe those tears
the
for you.
physicist.
Oh no. Oh, that's scary, yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, now to make the mind control.
What the hell is going on?
It's closing in. It's closing in.
At least you got a great clip.
That is some like
What is
that is
going
some
on?
like Rumble God shit.
What
is
was
terrifying.
that?
That's a mood.
I look away for 3
That's so
seconds.
good.
Right now, it is super and until the pair runs out, it ignores everything. So if I flick it, normal flick.
Do you remember
mode
this
will
guy from the
go
last
through,
video?
Right?
Go watch that again and you'll see how wild this
Especially,
is.
for boulders.
Dude, I'm an
Boss Pep.
artist. This is beyond me. Yeah.
I've used that on you in this match.
But also, Yeetmaster, who after experimenting with Kajo was able to refine Ulvac's magical hand poses
I failed to see what you were trying to accomplish
to
here.
control the deformation at will.
You know what would be smart when that happens? Trying to elastic
Does that actually
deformation.
work? Okay, throw it, throw it.
Yeah.
Oh, it worked.
I know this can seem overwhelming, but I've made an easy decision tree to help you know what to do. So the first example, when you both rush into a structure, is you might try to straight it. And you know, like in real life, if you both straight it, it will explode. We just covered the flick steal. Depending on who flicks last, we'll steal the flick. And we reset back to who had it first. We will come back to this. Earth quickly rising is the weakest of soil, eroded in a season. Formed under pressure, it is the deepest rock that will prove itself in time. Or in non-Earthbender terms, defeat is a better teacher than victory.
Something that you taught me is how if you do the same sided hold, it cancels out. Whenever I'm playing someone who's like kind of new, I always try doing that just with them.
So if you don't want to get mucked with, you better know what tools you have in your toolkit in close quarter combat. Flick doesn't break, so it's perfect to whip around, unlike the inferior hold. You can summon a structure to block a flick flail. Parry can stop a structure dead. Dash to get out of trouble, and flick flail over the top of the head to finish. Oh yeah, it's better to flail from above than the side. Easier to avoid counters that way. Because in Rumble there's an area in which you can affect structures. It's about 170 degrees in front for 2 cube lengths head to toe. So controlling what is in your opponent's area of effect is very important. A simple kick could do it. But the advanced version involves flailing with flick to give you perfect control. Like keeping it out of their area, but in yours. Or baiting them in, only for them to ground it on top of their heads. Or you could wait for your opponent to bring something into your range and return it to sender with a hold slingshot. Gotta say, feels pretty cool to do that, but having it done on you feels straight up disrespectful. And impressive.
The prediction levels.
At funny angles or in extremely close range, you'd have better luck with a flick reversal. But not when a structure is grounded. Only a hold 360 slide will work then. In fact, cat paw maneuver is perfect for keeping objects out of your opponent's range.
Shoeless is the guy that did the.
Oh, this is gonna be tough.
video.
Oh,
The double.
seeing it in person. Wow.
It's so annoying that the guy just doesn't post.
That's why you
that's
should
the
go
good
subscribe
part.
to the Patreon to see more.
Wait, are you a patron actually?
I am, yeah.
Oh, crap. I apologize, boss. I didn't know. I wouldn't have spoken to you
Hey
so
man, I give you your
casually.
paycheck. Yeah.
I,
What are you?
I should have
You
let
just
you win.
killed me.
When I ask you not to subscribe, it's because there are consequences For me, if I'm not being recognized, I'm accidentally beating up one of my bosses on Patreon. In fact, since my last video, a new middle manager has moved in, and I'm still terrified of the flick gods. They've all indebted me to continue to produce value for them. And in fact, they cast a vote that meant I was forced to make a Discord. Still join the main Discords though, as they're probably the best places for training. But I also wanted to make a space to cater for those who aren't playing but will play in the future. Anyway, unsubscribe. I guess like the video because it helps more people find Rumble. And back to the content, I guess, instead of playing Rumble. If someone tries to catpaw you should parry, which will break a hold because the structure changes from grounded to ungrounded. Doing the same here lets me re-hold to do a hold bash. Then flick flail. Then parry to change states again, allowing you to flick, then straight to increase your range. If you spin after straighting a flick, centripetal force will actually lock in the extended range. I've told you, Rumble is a science.
What? And you had the wall?
Again, I apologize to you, Boss Pep. But parrying an already flick structure will not stop the flick as the momentum will take priority. But you can cancel the flick by stomping it back to the ground if it's low enough.
I can't steal it.
Oh yeah, the decision tree. The other stuff I missed, but right now let's just do the flick thing. Stomping only works if it's low enough, otherwise it fails. But if you can do it, it's a reset. Go back to the start.
I'm alive somehow.
And either you get the straight off first, or your opponent does.
Oh, you got it. Nice.
Or you straight at the exact same time, and like I've said before, like in real life, the rock will explode. Net zero is the result, but let's go back and have a look at what led to this engagement. Oh yeah, this was with Yeetmaster, wasn't it? I summon a wall, he summons a wall just after me. My wall blocks his from summoning because they're so close, but he ends up punching my wall, I punch his wall. He summons a disc, dash just past to dodge. Amazing slingshot struggle cut, I parry, flick it, then ground for reinforcement. Whilst Yeet does a disc, he accidentally holds it, and we both punch the wall at the same time and it explodes. Again, in real time.
Yeah, they have no phantom tax. They have no phantom tax riz. I don't even know if they have.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that guy in the Discord call.
Baby Gronk?
It was unfortunate we didn't have a translator there because I had no idea what was going on. Also, I think we skipped a few steps. Let's go back into the moves. Okay, hold. So if you hold someone else's hold, then the hold counts as the hold. Reset to step 1. But if someone uses left hold whilst you're using right hold, then you share the hold. If they hold your flick, then it can be the slingshot punish. We just saw if they straighten you straight, then it's a net zero. But a net zero isn't always a bad thing when knockback goes in your favor. Let's watch that again.
Honestly, I'm pleasantly surprised from the Patreon. I was just expecting some like basic tutorials on how to edit. And it's actually like quite insightful into the storytelling. It's really great.
Thank you. I better clip this moment as an organic bit of content.
Now back to the tree. They can also parry, we're up to parry. Then you need to know if the object is still being actively held or flicked, because parry isn't enough to break a flick, but sometimes it's enough to interrupt the path and keep you safe.
Parry slows it down.
Nice.
To avoid that, you can use flick as a full move. That way it's impossible for them to parry something that's behind their back. And at this case, in the right angle, it doesn't matter if they have the hold on it, because you can still pull it into them.
Hey. Stop that.
Speaking of hold versus flick, since flick is always moving, it will always beat a static hold. Although it can easily be punched back into you, but you can cancel that with a straight yourself, then put it behind you, dash, let it boost you forward for a rocket punch.
Whoa.
Because Rumble is all about direction and momentum. You can use that to screw with people, like if someone has hold, you can repeatedly try and stomp it, but it won't work because the structure has to be low enough to a ground when held or flicked for the force of the stomp to make it actually touch the ground. However, when they move it, that slight spring might knock it out of their hands, allowing you to kick, dash, jump, flick, and dunk it onto their heads.
Yes!
I'm getting obliterated.
Speaking of catching, you might miss, and then you can flick your own structure to recover it.
That was smooth.
No one touches my friend's god.
Did you know in the future it's this guy who develops the cure for brain rot? Don't ask me how I know the future, because I only see it in small glimpses, and I think the ability started when I did a certain move in Rumble, but that's for another video.
Yeah, that was like hold, miss, flick, spin, ground, hold, straight.
Wow, that Yeetmaster has a photographic memory. Which brings us to the final truth, and that is, if truth 1 and 2 are obeyed, eventually every student should surpass their sensei. Before we go on to the 4 outcomes of every engagement, let's quickly recap with the decision chart for the final time. Or maybe you catch them with a cube launch. Then they could either trade, or you could get them with the follow-up true combo. Oh yeah, I forgot the stomp buffering thing. Also, all the other stuff I missed, like explosive ungrounds. I think it'll be helpful to the community if I just delete this board and we don't talk about it again. On to the 4 outcomes.
That's gonna hit me, isn't it?
1, a trade.
I hit you with the cube, and I was like, yes, I got him. And then the explosion just knocked the wall into me. Oh.
2, a net 0.
It was impossible to hit shoeless with that one specific cube.
If you watch that footage back, I think you'll find it was Yeet who was impossible to hit the cube, and he was +1 on the disc, just like in this clip.
Mine.
He's learning. The student is becoming the master.
Didn't you see the name? He is a master.
I am the master.
Oh.
How did you stop that? Wow.
When you train with someone enough, you start to think like each other. But it's the student who adapts, and the teacher who stagnates.
Do you know disc life?
Yeah. Although he did start to
There
teach
we
me
go.
lessons.
Tried to pull a me on me while I was trying to pull a you.
3, a loss.
Oh, I was gonna like try to flick it back.
Let's try to steal it. No. But a loss is never a loss, because the fact that you took the engagement and didn't run means you've already won. Because you faced the mountain head on.
Oh! I got it!
Oh my gosh, that was... I thought I had you.
And yes, you'll still get battered and bruised.
Oh, he brings it back! Thank you!
But it's only a matter of time until 4, you get a win.
Good instincts.
No.
Oh my god. How did you do
And then
that?
another win.
I failed to see what you were trying to accomplish here.
And then another win.
Anyway,
Perfect range denial. Did you see that? And before you know it, you've brought a tear to this sensei's eye.
it's like, wait, he got the straight off. Straight again!
Now, they're no longer a student, but a peer. Leading to some of the most intense matches you'll ever have, fighting over a single boulder to determine the fate of the entire game.
That... I will admit, not the best. Oh, you stole my flick!
What?
I put a flick on it, and then he put a flick on it, and I was like... You fool! Oh, he got it back! Ow! How did you get control over that again?
Okay, to be fair, here's a more recent clip of Yeet and I fighting.
It's go big or go home, right?
Oh no! But some futures
Yes!
you can't predict.
That was good.
That's the definition of go big or go home.
And as guaranteed as they may seem in the present, they don't always come to pass.
It's probably until July, I think.
I mean, no matter what you said, it wouldn't be enough time.
Yeah.
It feels like you're an athlete injured before your time. Do you know how long the break will have to be?
I'm not sure. A year, maybe 2. But I'll be back. I can assure you that.